Hello, everybody. It's going to be a Papa story. Look who's with me. Gemma. Can you say hi, Gemma? Hi. And Parker's here. And look at their pretty Christmas tree. We're going to do a Christmas story about 'twas the night before Christmas. And guess what? I got this very book when I was 1 year old. So this book has been in our family for a long time. But we want to wish everybody a Merry Christmas. Say Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
I love it. We hope you all have a Merry Christmas. And we're thinking of Lily and Levi. And Lucy's taking a nap. But Lucy, we want her to have a wonderful Christmas. And we have Caleb and Laura. Who else? Janae. We love Janae and Isaac and Elise. Oh, my mustache is really having a hard time. So it may not make it for the whole time. Okay. Well, we hope you all have a wonderful Christmas. And I've got two little elves. Are you little elves? And these mustaches are sort of tickly and hard to stay on right now. And so they're going to do their best to wear their Papa mustache during this story. Okay? You ready? So this is the story. The night before Christmas. Yeah.
Oh, Merry Christmas to all of the grandkids.
Merry Christmas to all the grandkids. Okay, here comes the story. This is an old story. 'Twas the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. Not even a mouse. So, here it says, the stockings were hung by their chimney with care in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. Look at everybody hanging their stockings and wanting to make sure they were up all pretty. Do you see them? Yeah. The children were nestled all snug in their beds with visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. Look at the mommy and daddy, and they're putting the three little kids. Do you see the little kid down there in his little crib, and the other two, the boy and the girl, and the mommy and daddy are getting him to bed? And look at all the fun things the kids are thinking of. Do you see the candy? Isn't it hard to go to sleep on Christmas Eve because you know you'll wake up the next morning and it's Christmas? Well, I always had a hard time going to sleep on Christmas Eve. Maybe you will too. Parker's trying to get his mustache just to fit just right. Well, guess what? And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap when out on the lawn there arose such a clatter. Guess what? They heard something outside, and the daddy got up to look and see what's outside. I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a fat flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. It means he opened up the blinds and the curtains so he could see what's outside making such a clatter. You're gonna see what happens. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below, when with what to my wondering eye should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. He's looking out his house, and he looks what he sees. Out on the snow, and they said the moon was out, and it made it so bright. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be Saint Nick, and that's another name for Santa Claus. So look what he was seeing outside. Look at what he's seeing. Gemma, don't touch that. Okay, thank you, sweetie. Okay, here we go. More rapid than eagles, his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. So Santa Claus is starting to call out all of the different reindeer. He said, now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer, now and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Donner and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall, now dash away, dash away, dash away all. So the daddy looked out and he saw Santa Claus calling out every one of the reindeer and telling them to get up on the roof. Looks like they're gonna be unloading some presents. Do you see Santa Claus has got a bag of presents? Oh, and dry leaves that before the wild hurricane fly, when they must meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys, and Santa Claus too. Now, do you see them jumping up onto the roof? Mm-hmm. Can you see the man looking through the window?
How can they jump?
I don't know. They're like magical reindeer. And they look at the full moon so we can almost see pretty good. And the reindeer and Santa are heading to the roof. And there is the man looking out the window. Pretty exciting, huh? And then in a twinkle, I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney, Santa Claus came with a bound. So there he is up on the roof, and he's giving the reindeer a little treat. And then, all of a sudden, he twinkled his nose, and boom, he was down the chimney. And look at the stockings. Do you remember the kids putting up the stockings? He's putting up the toys, and he's going to fill up the stockings. He was dressed in all fur from head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. So there's Santa Claus all dressed up, and he was describing what he looked like. Isn't that sort of cool? Uh-oh, look what's happening. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. Look at that. These are all the toys he started to unload. And he's even got more. And look at that. There's a trumpet. Do you see the trumpet inside there? I think we're going to see that trumpet later. But look at all the toys. Do you see this doll? Look at that doll. Let's see what happens next. And Santa's playing with a fun little toy. Look at all the toys he's going to unload. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him, in spite of myself. So there's the dad. He came down and he saw Santa Claus starting to unload. Oh, he's grabbing the trumpet. Oh, and look what he's doing. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He was saying Santa Claus seemed like such a nice guy. The daddy wasn't scared or worried at all. He was just such a nice, friendly guy. And so, let's see what happens. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings then turned with a jerk. Look at him. He's filling up all the
How
stockings.
did he do that?
He's just doing it. He's filling them all up. Do you see him doing it?
This.
I haven't gotten there yet. And so here he is. He's filling up all the stockings. And then it says, and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod up the chimney, he rose. He went blasting up the chimney. And so he touched his nose on the side and he went up the chimney and he's still touching his nose. It seems like there's some kind of magic when he touches his nose.
It's the Christmas magic.
It must be Christmas magic. So he goes blasting back out of the house, and the bag, it looks like it's almost empty. He sprang to his sled. To his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down on a thistle. But I heard him explain as he drove out of sight. Look at him flying away. Look at all those reindeer, how fast they're going. Look at him. He looks back, and guess what he says? He says, Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. He was wishing the family to have really good times. And look, the boy has a trumpet, the girl has a doll, and the baby has that little toy that Santa Claus was playing with. Parker, why don't you come over here and let's say goodbye to everybody. Oh, stand up. Wait. We're going to get Jim in the picture.
Goodbye.
Say, we love you.
Goodbye.
We love you. Merry Christmas.
Bye.
We love you. Merry Christmas.
Now,
Bye-bye. Hope you have a wonderful Christmas.
I'm going to take